Welcome to Special Guest Thursdays on the Final Boss podcast, where legends pull up, the mic gets hot, and the community gets loud. Each week, your host Turbo the CEO goes live with game changers, thought leaders, and culture shifters. From raw interviews to the hottest trending topics, and real talk on community impact. This is where voices rise and stories ignite. So buckle up, press play, and get ready to level up with Turbo. This isn't just a podcast, it's a movement.
Welcome. Welcome to Thursday night edition of the Final Boss podcast. I have a great show for you tonight. As always, man. Each and every last single show is a great show. And tonight, I have none other than my bro Chacho, Chris, from Scalez and Tailz, people. From Scalez and Tailz. Let's give it up for him. Woo!
Oh, thank you.
Yes, sir. Man, we're going to do a deep dive tonight, and we're going to be talking about a lot of different things, including entrepreneurship, man, and exactly the different things that he has been involved in, is involved in, and the things that we've collaborated with from the past. And we got some stories to tell. So, before we get into that, man, look, to my final bosses, to my smarts, to my warriors, to my motivators, listen. Thank you for all the feedback you guys are giving us, man. Keep continuing to DM us or email us. Email us at, if you're not emailing us, you can email us at info@TheFinalBossPodcast.com, one word. And that's, again, is info, I-N-F-O, not F-A-F-O, but I-N-F-O, at TheFinalBossPodcast.com. For all the emails and feedback, man, we appreciate you guys. Please continue to DM us or contact us on whatever social media platform you see us on. Right now, we're on StreamYard, we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Instagram, we're YouTube, Spotify, and next week we will be on Apple. We're coming to Apple, people. Apple Podcast. You'll be able to find us on there very, very soon. You know, before we get into our conversation with Chris, man, you know, I have a few admin notes, and then I got the brass tacks to get out. So I'm moving as fast as I can. Just stay with me. So you can find us on all of those and more. Oh, and then guess what? Go to our website. Our website is www.TheFinalBossPodcast.com, and you can see all of the episodes from the beginning to the end. As tonight's episode is number 135. Man, episode number 135. I can't believe it. Woo!
That's an accomplishment, dude.
Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. On our way to episode 200. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to episode 200 for this season, and then, you know, season 4 will be here. But yeah, and as always, to each and every last single one of you, no matter where you're watching, all over the world, thank you. And for the greeting of the day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. If you're here and you know you are where you're supposed to be, you're here with the Final Boss and my special guest. So let's get into the brass tacks of the evening, man. So, Chris, my brass tacks is a quote that I pulled that coincides with the episode. It's a short tale about what we're going to be talking about. So tonight's brass tacks comes from no author. I love the ones with no author. And here it is. Entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't. Listen to that. Entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. That's tonight's brass tacks, and I believe that deserves an evil laugh. So,
Good stuff.
man, we can ready to get into it, man, with my man Chris. Tonight's episode number 135. It is actually called Scales, Tailz, and etc. Heavy on the etc.
Oh,
Like
good stuff. I appreciate that.
Like heavy butter, man. Like heavy butter.
Heavy butter.
Yeah, you like that reference.
Oh, flashbacks. Good stuff, buddy.
Right. So, man,
Man.
before we get into it, man, you want to introduce yourself, man, and tell other people about you a little bit, and then we'll get into the discussion.
All right. My name is Chris, aka Reptile Dude DMV. I've known this guy for a very long time.
Yes, sir.
And it's actually like a full circle moment sitting here with the final boss enjoying the podcast. So I appreciate you even inviting me here and letting us have just like a cool conversation and get it in. So good stuff. Thank you, my man.
You're welcome, sir.
And then a little bit about, you want me to introduce myself like with Scales and Tailz and all that good stuff?
No. That's for the conversation. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
So yeah, that'll be my intro, I believe.
All right. So, final bosses, smarts, warriors, and motivators. This is Chris of Scales and Tailz. Now, let's get into it. So, this is our special guest, and you know how we do on Special Guest Thursdays. And today is special, right? Today is special. Oh, today is my daughter's birthday. Shout out to my kid, man. She's a little genius. I'm so proud of her, man. Oh man, this kid is freaking amazing. And man. Happy birthday, Cha-Cha. Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you. Happy birthday. Yeah, so today is special, right? But not only that, it's special because we got you here. And
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Yes, sir. And look, Chris is somebody who's been in the trenches, right? We've been in the trenches together, and we have collabed on multiple things creatively over the years. And we came up with some dope products, man. Look, a lot of these multi-billion-dollar companies would marvel and envy of the things we've created. Marvel and envy, right? They absolutely would. He was the co-executive producer on multiple iTrinity music projects. You heard me? You want me to say it again? That's right. Co-executive producer on multiple iTrinity music projects. And he was the genius that gave me the idea. And a lot of people ask me this, even now, man. That was 10 years ago. People still talking about the camel. He was this guy was the guy that I mentioned the idea. I said, man, hey, I want to have a Arabian Nights birthday party. And he said, man, you know what'd be cool? You should get a camel. And I said, what?
Absolutely.
I said, where do we get a camel from? And we made it happen. We made it happen, man. And it was fantastic. So give him the credit for making that suggestion. And we got a party on for that, ladies and gentlemen. And listen, the bro Chacho, his signature on the music was Playa. I can never forget it. I still play the music. And look, that was his tagline, man. This is my creative brother, my friend. Man, Chris, welcome to the show. And I'm glad you're here, bro. I'm glad we're able to do
man, I totally appreciate such a warm welcome. And it, like I said before, it's like an honor to be here and actually share stories with you. I had never in a million years thought I'd be doing sitting here doing an interview. Never. I definitely don't like to sit in front of the camera. But fun fact, dude, that What Up Player, it was one of the concerts in DC, and I arrived late. But the artist is on stage. I got there late. Bro, I'm walking to get to go backstage, and I hear the song come on, and I said, no way they're going to play this. Bro, I hear What Up Player over the stadium, and I'm just like, you got to be kidding me, dude. They played the wrong version, but I was like, that was cool as I don't know what. So that definitely was my tag. And hey, man, if they rushed the songs out, it was only there for the engineers to finally take it off once the song was released. If you if you didn't finalize the record, you just put it out there.
Yeah.
But it was good times nonetheless, man. I have
good times, stories. Man. Yep.
Yeah, no bad stories or bad feelings about that. That was good times.
Absolutely. Good times, man. Good times, bro.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You know, I gotta ask, man, and I don't think I've ever asked you this on many times that we've had so many different conversations. I've never asked you this, so I'm gonna ask you now.
Okay.
Where did you get the idea of a camel? Where did it even come from? Who thinks of a camel in DC? Where did that come from, bro?
All right, so when during that time, I knew you were like a bespoke client, so I knew you want everything high end and over the top. So that suggestion came because it was just fitting to go along with your aura, I guess, or your mystique.
Okay.
And who else would pull something like that off besides you? You know what I mean? And it fit the scene perfectly.
It did.
And I'm always thinking outside of the box, as you already know. And it's like, I got the camera following me. Hold on. It's gonna be moving around. Let's there we go. Yeah, technology.
Man,
I forgot if I moved my hand.
That's some cool tech right there, man. Yeah, I need to get you one of them and be like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh yeah, you could zoom in and stuff like that. Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
But yeah, I just knew you were that type of person to actually do it, and maybe now it's not going to go back. I guess I'm stuck like this now. But yeah, I just knew you were the type of person to deserve something like that, and your people would enjoy it, and they expected that from you, I'm sure.
Facts, man, facts. So yeah, thanks for that, man. You know, no problem. I can't believe 10 years has passed since that party, man, and it all good times, man, good memories. The creative energy is, something that we love to tap into. And even today, look, we just had the BTS moment of a lifetime before we even had this show. Huh? Say what?
I told him to film it.
I know he did. He told me to film it, man. But I was like, we're already in the setting, so I couldn't. And we just had the BTS moment of the lifetime. Two creative minds coming together and just bouncing ideas, right? And tapping into that creative resource. And today we're going to be doing a lot of that. And we're going to tap into Scalez and Tailz. And
that's what it's all about, bro.
Man, that's what it's all about, man. And I'm excited to dive into that. So, Chris,
talk to me. What's up, buddy?
You're known as dun 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 dun
Reptile Dude DMV.
Reptile Dude DMV. But this passion, because you could tell in your work, man. I've been studying your work for a very long time. You can tell in your work that you're very passionate about anything that you get involved in. So let's back to the future this thing and go back to the beginning. And when did the reptiles first capture your attention?
Oh wow. So back in the day, growing up in New York, my mom tried to get me some pets and didn't work. She got now that I'm older, I know they were like feeder goldfish, the little fish you get at the carnival. So they died.
Right.
So then one day out the blue, my brother comes by they're like older than me. So he comes by one day and he drops off this little baby green iguana.
Okay.
And my mom actually said, yeah. So the universe works in mysterious ways. We went down the hallway. There was a fish tank waiting. And that's how the dreams began. So when I got Pee-wee, that was the eventual name. Because it was so tiny. I usually look at the animals and get their names when they're babies. So Pee-wee. And because I didn't know anything about the animal, I just made sure that any type of allowance money I got, I'd go to the pet store and get the books or go to the library and all that good stuff. And from there, you see the iguana, then you find out about, like, just to make it easy for people, bearded dragons and leopard geckos. And you're like, oh, this is kind of cool. Then you realize you can keep a whole bunch of animals. Yeah, it just gets fun. And then over the years, just the passion has grown even more. And lately, I've noticed there's been a lot of mistreatment of the animals because people just don't know. There's no one, there's like no really good resource for people to go to and a voice that they can understand and show them how to properly take care of animals. Like this right here is a bearded dragon. It's like a 4x2x2. We won't go over costs, but this is definite. Oh, I did it again.
It's all good, man. Keep going.
So what I'll do is I'll stand up so you can, it'll come over here hopefully. But yeah, so this enclosure right here is like a zoological quality exhibit. And it's like, I try to do that with all of the animals. Down here below it, there's another enclosure, 5x2x3. That's got a spiny tail iguana in there. Let me see if he's awake. If he's awake, I can pick him up. If he's not, that's the only time he'll actually like try to be aggressive.
Okay.
But it's through moments like these that I can show people that you have to give the animals what they need plus a little bit more. So the passion is just growing, especially with fish. I'll get to him in a second. But let's go back, like you said. So it started with the iguana and then moved forward. But then when I was, I think when I was 18, I started working at the pet store. And the first thing they said to me was, do not spend your money on the animals in the store. And at that time, we got some really cool animals, and my mom was really cool. So, yes, I had a whole bunch of animals, and then I would buy all of the books from the pet store. So I had literally a library of just reptile books, fish books, and a couple of exotic parrot books. But yeah, and then the reptiles magazines, and then Steve Irwin, you know, like my childhood hero. Rest in peace to that guy. Yeah. And I would love to just spread the message. And like Brian Barczyk, he's another hero of mine. He passed away. He inspired me to even think about what we talked about earlier. I didn't even know regular people could do this.
Wow.
I didn't.
Wow.
I thought you have to be some kind of institution or funded by this, funded by that. No, you just actually have to have the idea, the dream, and the money.
That's incredible, man. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That is incredible, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a whole couple of weeks when I was redoing this, and I was going to the local pet stores, and I would help the people there, and their managers would pull me aside and was like, "Hey, man, can you help our people out?" I was like, "Okay." It's just nobody knows, and it's just like, I mean, you go to some pet stores, and it's crazy to me that you're keeping an animal like this, born in the desert, born in hot weather, but they don't keep them on sand; they keep them on some like grass mat. It's like, come on. So I want to make an impact.
Yeah, and that's what we're here for, man. We're here on the Final Boss podcast for the Final Boss Nation and community. We're on this journey together to not only inspire, but to educate. And yeah, iron sharpens iron, man. Reach one, teach one. And the information you're providing is getting out there to the masses. And bro, this is where it's done. So thank you for sharing that information, man. You know, you said something very profound a few minutes ago when you were talking about the magazines and the books. And it's clear to me that you wanted to gain real understanding of these animals and their habitat. Man, can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Oh, absolutely. So even with the iguana, I know they're from the rainforest. So as a teenager with a little money, I made it look like she was in the rainforest,
right?
Even though it was artificial trees and stuff like that. It was artificial grass, not the carpet mat. So it's just as bad, but at least it looked like the rainforest. And then as I got money, I upgraded to make it look like a zoo exhibit. That passion, it was always in me, and it really it really came out when I started working at the pet store, because I noticed we had all of these fish tanks and they just looked bland. So one day I asked the manager, say, hey, let me do something with the fish tanks. And I designed all of the fish tanks, and especially like the show tanks, and it blew everybody away. And it blew the customers away, and it allowed me to be a really, really good salesman. And it also sparked, at the time, Animal Utopia. And that's where I was setting up, designing, maintaining fish tanks and terrariums for people in New York. They would ask me for stuff that they maybe weren't supposed to have. Of course, I would say no. Of course I said no.
Right.
But I made sure that they had the enclosures, that if they went to somebody that would say yes, that they would be able to properly take care of the animal without anybody getting hurt or anything like that. But
nice.
Man. And then it's like when I go to the zoo, I'm just like, I want that in my house. And it sucks when I look at cages and it's just like the bare minimum. It's like, I dig we have dominion over the animals, but we shouldn't be torturing them.
Right.
At least give them, at least care for them. As you can see from these guys, they got a whole bunch. You see the lights. They're probably going to go off soon because everything's on a timer.
Okay.
But I will pull something out before the lights go off, if you don't mind. This is probably going off.
Oh, man, that is dope, man. That would be great.
Now, this little guy, he is full. Now, he's kind of mad at me because I gave him a bath yesterday.
Don't be pissing the animals off.
All of these guys hate water, man. I do not understand why. So this little bugger is named Piccolo. I'm a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z.
Piccolo.
Yeah, so when he was born, he was green. So he went through an octogenetic morph color change where he started off green and now he's this.
Nice.
So this is Tenosaurus conspicuosa.
Okay.
This is what is called the St. Esteban Isle spiny tail iguana. He's a boy. I try to get the boys so I don't have to worry about anybody being egg-bound. There you go, little buddy.
Dude, you just said a whole mouthful. Pause.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No, you're fine, man. Listen, my smart. Go ahead.
Oh, this comes from like reading the books and whatnot. So it's like I study where the animals are coming from. I know how to breed them. I do not breed the animals yet. Okay. Because I'm not going to sell an animal just to anybody. Like I told you earlier, if you're willing to get the enclosure for the guy and the baby enclosure, of course, then we can sell you some animals and I'll consider doing it. But for the most part, I don't even want to have to worry about that. And these guys have a lot of babies. It's not just 2 or 3. You're talking about sometimes you're having 12 to 37 eggs. Get off that. Wow. That's more mouths to feed. And then I'll show you guys one more animal that'll come out and won't scratch me to death, because the guy behind me will come out and slice me up. Not purposely. It's just his claws are sharp. That's the only downside to reptiles. Good.
While you're doing that simultaneously, I wanted you to answer a question. You and this is a segue to something you just mentioned. You were talking about their habitats and breeding and all this other information. You talked about the books. How many books are we talking about?
Oh, man. So back in the day, there was a tropical fish hobbyist. And literally the bookshelf, if we were to give it a number without exaggerating, the reptile books, I want to say, because there was a lot of thin ones, and then there was the thin ones had maybe like 50 to 60 pages, if I remember correctly. And then they had a couple of encyclopedias. So you figure there had to be at least 20 of those. Then when it comes to the fish, that would be like another 10 to 15. Then when it came to the birds, that was maybe like another 3 to 4. And then I always had the monthly subscription to the Reptiles magazine. I was always looking at Discovery Channel. I was always on the internet. At that time, I could only go to like a couple of sources that had the animals that I was interested in. And believe it or not, there are definitely a couple of animals today that I wish I would have had back in the day, because I would have bred those and I'd be in a whole different situation right now. I'd be like the Lizard King. I didn't know animals were going to shoot up in value the way they did, bro. I had no clue.
Yeah, man.
Parrots. I used to sell African gray parrots for $2,000. Just say $12.99 and $19.99, depending on where it came from. Wow. Those suckers now with $3 to $7 grand, bro. It's nuts, dude. The animal market has gone up. But I'm gonna show you one more animal, and then we'll go back to the script.
Oh, no worries, man. So that's that's real passion, man. That's real passion right there. And look, most kids get a pet and that's it. And you've turned it into education. real education. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So one of the things
what you
that
got right there?
motivates me, this is a bearded dragon. Now he looks a little bit different.
Okay.
He's not fired up. So fired up, he would be a closer to like a grayish, bluish, whitish color because he's a hypotrans 0. So basically what that is, a genetic morph in his bloodline to where he has black eyes like he's an alien and his nails are clear. So as a kid, I had bearded dragons, but I had lemons. They were always yellow. I always wanted a white bearded dragon. I called the lady in Florida. All my animals come from zoos, pretty much, or like breeders that have been around longer than I've been alive. So I don't just go to random people. And I called her, and she was like, well, the white ones don't always stay white. As soon as she said that, I was like, you know what? We're going to get this little bugger. And this is Thanos. Why? Because when he was a baby, he was see-through. And he had like a purple hue. Who's purple? Thanos.
Okay. Right.
So this is my guess.
All right. That's cool. Cool name.
Yeah. So these guys would be like
Thanos? What's up, buddy?
Yep. Yeah. See, cool bearded dragon. So you can't put them in a little fish tank. You got to put them, even if they're babies. He's been in this cage since he was about that big. This is 4x2x2. I've got the universal rocks on the back. This is the stuff that zoo use. Okay. And I just tried to give him like a natural enclosure, as you can see, with all the branches and logs, just different things for him to chill out on. And he doesn't want to go back, so we'll just let him sit right here for a while.
Wow.
Or maybe he does, but we'll see.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the cool part about reptiles. Most of them just sit here. The other ones will move around and they're more active and curious. But this is why these are so popular. They just sit here and chill.
Chill. That's awesome.
Yep.
Cool stuff, man. Now,
go ahead.
No. You were about to say something else.
Yeah, I was gonna say over time, people will catch on with the educational vibes of the videos when they check out like the YouTube channel and stuff. And the dog down there, that's Dora.
All right, we're gonna get into the kingdom before the show is over with, and you have plenty of time to tell people where they can find you and all that other good stuff, man. Now, you know, in your background, first of all, you mentioned DBZ, right? I'm a fan of DBZ. Who's your favorite character on there?
Oh man, dude, that's a tough one, bro. I can't believe you asked that.
Hey man, I'm asking from a DBZ fan to another DBZ fan.
It's got to be Brawley. I have an animal downstairs that's definitely hands off. His name is Brawley. He's a Roatan Isle spiny tail iguana, Tenosaurus odorina. Again, he was acquired from a zoo down in Florida. Okay. And his name is definitely fitting. So Brawley is definitely my favorite character. I do also like Trunks when he fuses with the other kid.
Right. They have a nice fusion.
Yeah, Go Tanks or whatever it is.
Yeah, Go Trunks, something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I like it because they're always funny and they're comical.
They're super funny.
Brawley is just badass. Excuse my French. Brawley is just a vicious dude. He's like the final boss.
He is. Brawley he does not care.
Not at all.
Yeah.
What about you? Who's yours?
Man, I would have to say, everybody always goes for either Vegeta or some people like Piccolo too.
Piccolo's my favorite animal, dude. I think he's better than the bearded dragon.
When they were doing a Cell Saga, I became a really big fan of Gohan, right?
Nice.
And now it's not even one of their main characters. It's from their last arc. What is the guy's name? Is it Punch or something? He was a purple dude, man, but he was badass, man. Excuse my French. Like,
no, you're good.
And he ended up being the final boss that everybody was trying to defeat. And he was just like really cool, calm, collective guy. And he would just power up and he didn't have all the different illustrious, glamorous power ups. He was just like and he's ready to fight.
It's funny you mention that because I forgot an animal. The dude behind me that I won't pull out because he's just gonna slice me up.
Okay.
He's not gonna bite or anything, but his name is Beerus.
Oh, Beerus. Yeah, Beerus. I love Beerus too. Beerus is hilarious.
It's funny you mentioned Vegeta. I do want to get, once I get the space to build an enclosure, one of my next animals is going to be a blue Tegu. It's going to be named Vegeta. Now that I might get a female too, and I think his girl was Bulma. So
Bulma.
Bulma.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be Vegeta and Bulma. So I do want to do that. Yeah, those are going to be some blue Tegus out of Texas. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Good
man.
stuff.
See,
good stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of animals.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. You mentioned your love for art. How did that happen?
Dude, when I was little, I would spend my little coins on comic books, and I'm a huge fan. If there ever is a battle, when it comes to the consoles, I'm Nintendo, Xbox. But when it comes to comics, Marvel and Image. That's it.
Image Comics.
I picked up the what was it, Superman when he died. I did have that, the black cover and all that good stuff. But that was the only DC comic I ever bought. Everything else was Marvel, and then Image because of I was just always drawn into the way it looked. And I'll never forget as a kid, I would try to hand draw Spider-Man, and for a little while I could like trace it, and then I could actually like eye it.
Hold on.
And I just ever since.
Hold on, dude. Flag on a play. Black flag at that. Listen, you can't just drop casually that I had Superman, the black cover when he died, bro. That's not a casual thing. You can't do that, man. Where's it at?
No, I mean I gave them their props. I have paid my respects to the guy.
No, where's it at?
Paid my respects to the guy.
Nah, man, where's it at?
Oh, all right. So you ready for this? My whole comic book stash is in the basement, wrapped up in plastic with the cardboard backings in boxes at someone's house in some state somewhere. And it's probably realistically, I grew up poor, so it's not a lot. It may be like 5 boxes at most.
That particular comic would change your life or somebody's life.
Yeah, because the cages that I'm surrounded by are things that I dreamt of when I was younger.
Yeah.
And what's in my head next is going to be even more incredible. That's why I'm working so hard.
Hold on, let me see something real quick.
What are you searching the eBay value of the comic book?
Yeah.
Wondering how many number ones I have and how many.
Oh man, I got some number ones, man. And look, when you get a chance and we come over, you come over to the war room. Yeah, I got some cool number ones. Got some cool number ones.
Good.
Yeah. So look, we just mentioned 2 parallels, right? 2 parallels of passion, reptiles and art. That's an odd liking. How did that come about?
I'm an odd guy. I'm not normal.
Touche.
I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but I definitely have come to realize I'm an oddball. To say it to where people don't understand, because if you look at my just take this for example.
Okay.
Look at the vast variety of those AI videos that I created. They all tie in together, but they're totally different aspects of the same thing.
True. Very true.
I don't know why I do that.
Okay.
Why did I create your iTrinity logo when we first met? And I said, hey, let's do it this way. Let's flip it around a little bit. Let's stop playing with it and actually do it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why did I do that?
You see?
Without going too deep, that is the opposite of what I would normally traditionally do. But why did I do that?
Yeah.
It's just,
and it works.
It's just creativity. And it's like, The one thing that always bothered me,
Mm-hmm.
I could say it bothers me, and is you appreciated the time and effort we took to create each project for you, especially when it came to like the artwork, the album covers. Right. There were people that just didn't appreciate stuff like that, and they wanted like the low tier stuff. I can't get it. I can't even think low tier.
Yeah, I don't understand that either, man. I'm an art guy, so because I like the details, man.
Yeah,
the details are so important, and there's so many intricate details when you're creating art. For instance, the details that you use, this is art form, I believe, that you're using to create these enclosures. That's art.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I don't use, so let's get this clear. I do not use sacred geometry. I don't use the golden circumference and the rule of three. I just do what I think looks good. So I'm not cheating in any way. I don't have any cheat sheet.
All right.
I just replicate what I would believe would be if I went to Australia. I believe this would be an environment that I would find a bearded dragon, or maybe even like a red Aki. Down at the bottom, where he's set up in like a little temperate, arid area, he's not directly from the beach, but he's near the beach. So near the beach, you're going to find wood chunks, caves for him to hide under, and big logs for him to maneuver around. And I try to just replicate it. So it is art, because I do try to line up the branches to get certain views and certain things, so you can see it from the side of the tank. And I use art more when I do the fish tanks. So when I'm setting up the aquariums for clients, it's a totally different thing, because I'm basically creating a living mural in their house.
Right.
Yeah. And for the most part, the clients are A1 and they go follow to a T. Every once in a while, they'll want to do some audibles, and then when it doesn't work, I go back and fix it. But
you know,
it's good stuff.
Good stuff, man. Thank you for sharing that. And you know, I because I have an appreciation for art, detail, and design, I can see the effort and the art of passion that you're putting into your craft, and not only those enclosures, but your animations, man. We're gonna talk about that, man. But let's pivot real quick. Because I know the people want to know this, and then we're gonna go back to Scalez and Tailz.
Okay.
Right. And all of it's incredible. All super incredible.
Thank you.
But people have always asked me, how did we end up working together in the music industry?
Well,
and from your point of view.
Oh, I didn't think we were gonna talk about this, but okay.
Yeah.
This is now. This is where things are gonna sound weird, but if you're in, you understand. If you're not, you won't. When you decide that you fully want to do something full on, and you let go of everything, you have two options, and there's two conversations you can have. You can talk to the guy on the left and believe he's guiding you, or you can talk to the guy on the right. Either way, you're going to have the universe working in your favor.
Right.
And if you're putting in effort, that quote you said the other day, imperfect action, perfect action, and movement, you are putting stuff into the universe and filling your gas tank, so to speak, for your dream. And the universe will align people to you. And that's the only way I can say it to be politically correct. The universe guided us together. And here we are, 15 years later?
Yeah.
And think about this. And again, this is a crazy moment because I never thought this would happen.
Okay.
But the art that I'm making and the AI cartoons and all that stuff, you mentioned this yesterday when we were talking. We did this already.
Yeah.
We just did it in comic book form. And now I'm just bringing those vision boards to life, or storyboards to life. I'm sorry.
Right. Yep.
You know what I mean?
It was three layers. It was the comic strips, portrayed us as mad scientists, right? And it was called bit emojis, and we had a whole bunch of stories using bit emojis as a comic, and it was reflecting reality in a sense. But
because he would always give me some of the wildest ideas and projects to work on.
Yeah,
there's only one. I will say there's one time that I messed up, but everybody was excited and nobody said anything. And to this day, I wish we would have got another drummer for that Windows record.
The Windows record.
To this day, I wish we would have got another guy to do the drums. And I was going to call you one day and be like, dude, just for S and giggles, why don't you pay this guy to do the drums on the Windows record just for S and giggles, just to complete that saga?
I would
to
have,
this
man.
day. Because they went with the guy because the other guy looked like him, and it was just like, oh, Mary Hubbard, yeah, Muhammad. And everybody ran along. This is great.
Right.
And to this day, those drums do not match that record. His energy was just like, somebody's paying me to do the drums. All right.
That's exactly what it was. Yep.
All right, we got such and such. Oh man, we got to this day, brother. To this
that was
day,
an experience.
Things don't haunt me. Oh,
yeah,
man,
that was an experience, man. That was an experience. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a great experience, man. Good times.
Yeah. Yep. Good times, man.
Good times. It just like fueled to what it is now. Like you asked me something like, where does the creative stuff come from? I don't know. So I have a whole Scalez and Tailz logo where Scalez is an iguana, Tailz is a shark. But one of my clients is super dope. And he doesn't even realize this probably, but he's got a cockatiel and his favorite fish is blue flowerhorn. So this is technically catered to him.
Oh,
and it's like, yeah, so my whole line of merch is dedicated to the customers as I go to their house. Some people have dogs and fish. Some people have like an axolotl and a saltwater tank.
That's a nice niche. Oh, that's pretty dope.
You know what I mean? So yeah. I don't know where it comes from, dude. I just think outside the box to try and do something different.
Okay. And this before we go back to Scalez and Tailz. Last question on
ask away, brother.
I think it is. Anyway.
Listen, man, this is the best way to do it. Open conversation, and it just comes organically, bro.
Yeah. But yeah. You're absolutely correct. And I was getting ready to say something, but I'm like, nah, he's absolutely correct, man. So the question is this: what was your favorite part on working on those music projects that we worked together?
Oh man, you pushed my creativity to the max, and my team, because I definitely didn't do it by myself. We don't have to mention names. We both know who we're talking about,
right?
When it comes to that, and it was just you pushed our creativity to the max because basically you would give me your input. I would visualize everything in my head, and then I had the problem of, or I should say I had the fun task of taking what was in my head, relaying it to my guy that actually is doing the stuff. And we're sitting there side by side, and boom. So that was the hardest thing. And like I said, you pushed us to the max every single time. And the craziest part about it is you always paid up front. And you get a different level of service when you pay up front.
Right. That's true.
It's almost like the guys who can do it when they get to the hotel, they don't wait till the end to tip. They do it as soon as they get there.
True. That's
you
true.
You dig what I'm saying? So I could never disappoint you.
Oh man.
And it just came down to that, dude.
And you never did, bro. You and your team, man. You know what, man? Listen. Those that's bringing back fond memories, man. Of
dude.
Time, man. Dude.
All I can think about was the spot in DC. You're like, hey, bro, go over there and get me a brick. Like, what? Not a brick of cocaine, folks. When you're in the adult gentleman's club at nighttime, a brick is just an envelope full of money or a plastic, whatever. A brick. And let's just say we had a boatload of fun that night.
That we did.
Oh, it was always fun. Listen,
it was always fun.
I will tell you this, folks. This guy, it was always fun. always fun when he came around on the weekends. If he came through the week, it was fun. But if he came by on the weekends, oh man, you just knew it was going to be a whole lot of fun because after work, you know you're going to celebrate your hard week.
You got to celebrate your hard work. Exactly.
This guy's the king of celebration.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank
Good
you.
times, man.
All
Oh man,
right.
I remember we had to. I remember for a while we were going to these parties. You had to walk through the alley, go to the left, knock on the garbage can twice, say the secret password, then a magical entryway opens up. You go upstairs, and it's wow.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times. You
Good
definitely
times,
sign an
man.
NDA when you go in there, man.
Right. NDA and
nobody.
giving up your ID. Yeah, exactly.
Good times, man. Wow.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. Let's talk about Scalez and Tailz, which is a current venture. Yes, sir. And it's super dope, man. Let's talk about it.
So basically, in 2020, so even when I moved, I still was doing the cleaning the fish tanks and all that good stuff. And I had a reptile, I had a frilled dragon. Okay. And what I noticed over time was people are taking care of the fish tanks improperly because they're afraid of the costs. They go to the store and they're meeting people that don't know how to talk to them or don't know what they're talking about. And they complicate the process. So basically, I want to be the Advil to your headache.
Okay.
So the purpose of like me putting out the videos and educating the clients is to set it up properly so you can actually enjoy the hobby. You don't lose any of the animals. And this guy is getting ready to go somewhere. Okay. But with responsible keeping, you'll be able to enjoy the animals stress-free, problem-free, no issues. When you go into the store and they just give you the low shelf filter and you just say, oh, I have a filter on the tank. There's a reason that there's a filter on the top shelf and it costs a little bit more. It does more. It has more filter media in there and it'll give you less problems.
Wow.
Especially that's with the fish. When it comes to the reptiles, that's a whole nother issue. Gotcha. You got people wanting to keep 7-foot animals in 20-inch tanks, and it's just like, you got to be kidding me. You got people that want to hit me up for like, you said, hold up,
bro. Hold up. You just did it again. You just flag on the play, bro. You can't casually say people holding 7-foot reptiles, dude. You said that so casual. I can't even imagine, dude. That's crazy. Like, that's beyond my understanding, and I believe you. I believe you because I've heard the stories, but I believe you. But bro, that's wild to me.
Yeah. So you do have a handful of like responsible keepers, like on YouTube. I'll use that because that's where pretty much everybody goes to get their information. Is YouTube, or you're going to go to like maybe the Cold-Blooded app or Morph Market. But there really is no place or source of information for us to go to. And most of the times, bro, I watch YouTube videos where people's houses were falling apart where they were keeping the animals. There was like asbestos falling from the ceiling. It was just complete chaos going on, but they had the animals running around. And I'm like, how are you educating anybody? Yeah. And how can anyone take this person seriously when you are a bad example of reptile keeping yourself? That's pretty. So I wanted to create a channel to where over time, as the channel grows, you'll see the enclosures grow, you'll see the facility grow, you'll see the animal numbers grow, and you'll see responsible keeping, you'll see responsible breeding, and you'll see responsible selling. Right. You can't do this for the money. You got to do it for the love of the animals. So I just want to be different and add to the positives of keeping animals as opposed to being a part of the negative. Gotcha.
And thanks for that, man. So basically this, and to my smarts, my final bosses, to my motivators, to my warriors, listen, this is more than having pets or being a pet store or service. This is his mission. This is his mission.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm learning as you're educating not only me, but our viewers and our final bosses motivators, warriors, and smarts. We're all here learning, man. And we appreciate you right now for educating us. We you mentioned something about people having these animals and only giving them the bare minimum.
Oh, it's so unfortunate, man. It's just so unfortunate. It's like you can either afford the animal or you can't. If you can't,
Right.
just do without.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily
that
have
makes
to
sense.
say,
Mm-hmm.
I know my number of animals, and where I live, the maximum is 23 species. So
Okay.
I know I can, over time, build up to 23 different species of animals. And I know it's not going to overwhelm me because I've always had a lot of animals. This is not like just something I did over the last 2 months. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to try and be a YouTuber.
Right.
Been doing this since I was a kid. I think I had like 9 animals at one time in a small bedroom and 2 fish tanks in the living room.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm always had a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But everything looked like a zoo exhibit even back then.
That's okay. Look, man, I'm an animal guy too, man. I was telling you about my calico, and she's adorable. And I've always been a cat guy.
Listen, my girl's got a cat, and I work with cats, like helping people adopt them and stuff like that every once in a while. And it's like, cats are cool. They're growing on me. But I could never, I don't think I would ever have a cat because they're too curious. And
they're super well.
Because all of these cages are slide open. Cat can figure it out.
So
they can go through the screen tops. So
my mom calls me the cat whisperer because she says my cats don't behave like normal cats. Like they're trained. And
no, that's cool.
Yeah. So you get a chance to meet Mimi, and if I say, all right, Mimi, go to your room, dude, she's gonna go to her room. I mean,
no, that's dope.
Yeah, I mean that's just an example, but yeah, man. Cats are pretty cool. They are inquisitive, super curious, and
they have tails, so I have to like them. Scales and tails.
Scales and tails, man. Scales and tails.
So by default, I love them.
Yep. And you're loving them. You forget you're actively providing care and treatment and dignity with them, and you respect their habitats and try to provide similar habitats for them. That's super dope, bro. That's with proper care. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. Every animal I try to do as the best as I can, and I know, and I always plan ahead, like because there's 2 animals that need bigger cages, so I'm already planning a bigger facility so I can get them 8-foot cages. And So
all right. So real quick,
talk to me.
Walk me through the process, man, of when somebody comes to you that wants a custom terrarium, aquarium, or whatever enclosure for whatever animal that they're looking to purchase.
Cool. So when it comes to the terrariums, those are the cages that will keep like the reptiles in, or paludariums, which are like half fish and it's like half land, half water. To be honest with you, when it comes to the cages, smaller cages, I'm always going to recommend, if it's just something like the cage in the back, Bert and Ernie are back there. I have 2 yellow leopard geckos with orange spots on them. They might both be females, but they're both named Bert and Ernie. And I couldn't tell you which one is which, but both their names are Bert and Ernie. So basically, if you need something small, I'll either recommend an Exoterra cage. If you need something bigger, and you may not have like an extreme budget for the animal, I'll go over to what's called a Reptizoo cage. So these are custom cages that you get in different sizes. They ship them flat. It goes together in like 20 minutes.
Gotcha.
Now, if you have a full-on budget and you want to do some cool stuff, we'll go to the Toad Ranch. So these are custom made by an Army vet out of Joplin, Missouri. Really good family of people. So good quality enclosures. So after we get the enclosure idea, then we discuss like your heating, your lighting, and then once we get that, we'll go into the substrates and the decorations, and I'll just work my magic to make it look as close to nature as possible. And you can imagine when it comes to the fish tanks, we're doing the same thing. Most of the time, people can go to the pet store and just pick up like a 75 to 125 gallon tank. But for anything larger than that, then it's more of a specialty piece. We're going to go to more than likely glasscages.com. They're a company out of Tennessee that just builds really high-end fish tanks. I mean, dude, they've got options for glass. Bro, it'll blow your mind because there's some high-end customers out there that you can price it with just regular glass, and it's $100. You can fine-tune it with their special glass that makes it look like it's just there, and there's no iron in it whatsoever, and it's super clear. It changes the price to $10,000. Yeah, these guys are. So basically, one thing about me and what I've noticed, I think I only work with like high-end stuff.
Okay.
So I'm not really into the low-end stuff because I know the high-end stuff works only because I've used it.
Right.
And I try to only sell or recommend stuff that I use. So I'm not going to sell anything that I don't know anything about. So you don't have to worry about that type of aspect with me. If I use it, I'm going to tell you about it.
Okay.
But yeah, when it comes to that stuff, bro, it's super fun. And I take my time, depending on what type of fish you want to put in there, then I'll do the live plants or artificial plants, the driftwood or the rocks, artificial background or just a black background or a painted background. And then I treat that like art too.
Okay.
Fun fact. One of the very first clients I had in New York, and this guy spent a whole boatload of bread now that I think about it. And I was young at the time, but there was he bought like a 90-gallon tank. But Jennifer Lopez had this song that would come on MTV every once in a while. Oh, see that? It zoomed in. So
there,
like
zoomed in. The zoom.
Yeah, so this is a serious moment. So she had like this music video where she was like in the jungle. And man, I basically replicated the jungle and the lights, the lasers going, moving through the tank and all that good stuff. So yeah, everything is a piece of work, even from back then. And now it's just on a better scale because now I get to use better equipment.
It sounds like 2 Chainz and that Most Expensive Things episode show that he had.
Oh, so man, dude, I do hope to have one day like a client that gets like 1,000 or maybe even like a 2,000 to 5,000 gallon tank.
Wow.
That would be like the ultimate installation for me, to where I have to call some people to help me, like the guys down in Miami. That would
he
be like
had his fish tank done, and I watched that episode. I was just like, wow, that was crazy.
Oh yeah. So the whole process of the 300-gallon, I've got the footage to when there was no wall, way back when we started, and it's taken us a while because the client redid the basement, and it's beautiful actually. It's like really nice. And the tank is in there, so I'm gonna make a full on like the whole process and prop it up on YouTube. Okay. It'll be like a tanked episode.
Yeah, look, man, I can't wait to see it, man. Look, we got a few more minutes. I wanted to ask because you're populating these animation videos using AI, so I wanted to talk about that, man. And you're using it for education purposes,
absolutely,
along with your brand. So that's where I find that to be interesting because AI. Listen. I know you're listening. AI. I am your friend. Remember this face. I'm your friend, AI. So yeah, we're talking about you. Break that down for us.
All right. So basically, it all came about when I think I was telling you this earlier. I hope I have enough time to tell you.
Oh yeah, you good. I'm watching.
When I found out about streaming.
Okay.
So once I decided that, streaming is something that I want to do, I needed to make thumbnails every day. So it was perfect timing because they came out with this generator called ChatGPT. I had no clue what that thing was. And you can even see on my YouTube channels the growth and development of my artworks, because in the beginning, I didn't know how to truly use it. So last Tuesday, I was going to stream the game Skate, and I needed a thumbnail.
Okay.
I created the thumbnail, but I said, whoa, this graphic is so dope. I need to animate it. And I went down the rabbit hole of Sora. And it just so happened that Tuesday Sora came out, and I've been on it ever since. And now I'm up to using 4 AIs to prompt the Sora generations. And once I finish with you, as I told you earlier, I'm going to get this program. I could just spill the sauce. There's a program called Higgsfield. And what I've seen from the YouTubers that are using it, it's got every AI program in there. You spend $50 a month, or if you've got it, you spend $200 a month, and you get everything unlimited. There's rules to the unlimited, obviously. Nothing is truly ever free. But
right. True.
if you want to have some fun with AI, I can drop some jewels for you right here. Higgsfield AI, stuff that I use. LM Arena, Mixboard. And these are all websites that you can go to. LM Arena lets you side-by-side comparison your artworks, see which thumbnail you want to use. So to not take too long on that subject, to tie in the educational piece, I don't want to create anything that you would consider a gimmick just for finances. If the stuff picks up and I'm able to generate some coins, excellent. If not, oh well.
Okay.
But at least while I'm doing it, I can educate people in a fun way and sometimes an outlandish way. And I can poke fun of some of the people who make stupid decisions, like these emotional support animals that you're walking in the grocery store. Why are you walking in the store with anything? Now, I used to sneak my iguana in there, but it was only to get fruits and vegetables. But why are you walking in here with dogs the size of horses, knowing clear and well a King Corso is not a service dog, knowing that a game pit bull is not a service dog? Why are the dogs in the carts? So, of course, as I was shopping and I noticed that, of course, I made some videos parodying that. I hope I said that right. Parodying it. I said it again, probably wrong. But if you notice, when I'm making the parodies, they're fun, but they're designed after the Chappelle Show. So if you notice the camera, so if you notice like the one where I'm on the plane with the Komodo dragon, the people pan out. I think I just dropped the jewels. I can't drop anymore because now I'm probably going to see Komodo dragons Dave Chappelle style.
It's too late now, man.
Yeah, put
it out there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. So even with that, and I use like there's a YouTube channel called the Y Files, and I know I can't be as deliberate and blatant as him. But I can poke fun of some of the stuff that I see on there to be like, hey, that's just too outlandish to believe. But let me say I'm searching for a lizard over here, but I actually stumble upon this. And if you're smart enough to put 2 and 2 together, you'd be like, hey, that's a clever bastard right there. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
But, I'll sneak stuff like that in there just for fun. Nothing to wake people up or start it. I'm not in all that stuff. Scales and Tailz.
All right.
But I will put the educational pieces in there because who doesn't want to watch a cool cartoon and learn, oh, wow. This comes from here. Like the next set that I'm going to put out is going to be where I'm going to Iraq and Yemen to find what's called Sar Laricata. So it's the Iraqi Uromastyx. We obviously can't get those in America because it comes from Iraq. Needless to say, you can figure out why we can't get those. And the other one that I put in there was, I'm sorry to get technical, but it was Uromastyx.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. And that's one you'll find like in the areas of Yemen. So I've got a fun little video of creating of the Uromastyx because I seen everybody wants a freaking Komodo dragon, so I'm going to switch up the breeding program.
Okay.
And I'm going to put a couple of more other animals in there. Like I was thinking about something earlier where I think the Memphis Grizzlies are going to call me. And of course, Memphis Grizzlies. So I think they're going to call me. I just want to have some fun with it, man. And whatever it leads into, if it leads me into being a video editor, so be it. And not to go off tangent, but this is why I try to tell people never do anything for money. Because if you do things for money, it's not going to work. Yeah. Unless you partner with something you're not ready to really.
Exactly.
You dig what I'm saying? Because
absolutely.
But if you do things organically, everything will fall into place.
Yep. Yes, it will. Yep. So, man, look. Thank you for that, man. Look, we've had an amazing show, man. I feel super smart. I really do, man. Thank you for your information that you've been providing for us and educating us along the way as we on this journey together and building this community, man. The Final Boss Nation for the Final Boss family. Boom, right there. There it is. Look, we're coming up to the end. And we're going to continue this conversation another time, man, because I'm definitely going to have you back on the show. But
I appreciate that.
I wanted to get some wisdom from you, right?
Sure.
And this is for the audience. This is for my smarts. This is for my final bosses and my warriors and my motivators. What advice do you have for someone who may be listening to this episode, right? Who wants to turn their passion into a business?
Oh, wow. Basically just you've got to be all in. If you've got a dream and you want to turn it into reality, you've got to do it every day. You've got to block out everything else. Sometimes your family, sometimes your friends, sometimes even your girlfriend or your boyfriend, depending on who you are. Yeah. It's like you got to have that tunnel vision.
Absolutely.
Because you've got to be dedicated and stick to the goal. And you may have slip-ups because you're not perfect, but don't get discouraged along the way. Listen, I'm living proof, brother. I'm living proof that I was working at Home Depot, and I said, man, I had a BlackBerry, and I was walking in there, and the people probably thought I was retarded. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But
bro, you telling your age. Go ahead.
But they probably thought I was crazy walking around talking the stuff that I was talking, like, hey, the labels are going to be sending me stuff and blah blah blah. And sure enough, a couple of years later, I got what I asked for, and I just didn't want it, so I gracefully bowed out. I keep in contact with who I want to keep in contact. You're definitely one of them, and a couple other people. But other than that, that was the fuel and the proof that I could do Scalez and Tailz. And that if you really believe in something, you basically become what you speak about. Or actually, let me rephrase that. You become what you think about.
Yes.
So because your mind is going to just grow a garden, whether it's negative or positive. And you always want to try and keep it positive. So I just keep going with it, brother. And I look at everything. Like sometimes I'll do the streams, and I'll always get these spam things. Hey, you want to buy streamers? Hey, you want to do this? I'm like, no, I want everything to grow organically. It's either going to work or it's not. But I have a feeling it's going to work.
I believe it is too, man. You on the precipice of, like I said earlier, man, you're on the precipice of Animal Planet or somebody contacting you because you have a wealth of knowledge, man. A plethora of
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
hey, look, ladies and gentlemen. You said what?
I'm still learning.
Man, we all are, man. You got to be a student learner for life.
Yeah, the other day I went to
for life.
For life.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
No, it's funny because it's like the other day I sent one of my guys to go pick up some fish for a client, and for the first time they asked him, "What's your temperature?" And he told him, because I usually keep the tanks around 82. I was like, dude, why are you keeping your tank so hot? And at first I was going to be like, dude, why are you telling my people what temperatures to keep the tank? But I didn't. I was like, lower the temperatures. They've been doing good so far. I obviously was mistaken. Let's adapt and see how it works.
Okay.
So I'm learning all the time, dude.
Hey, man, same here, bro. Same here. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Chris, my main man, my bro Chacho.
Yeah, what up, bro Chacho?
What up, player?
Oh, man, that's the greatest thing ever, dude. That was the greatest mistake ever, bro. What up, player?
What up, player? That's good stuff, man.
Bro, I did that to ASAP Rocky one time, and I scared the SHIT out of him, bro, because I did it extra loud, bro. Oh, my goodness. There were people looking at it. It's like, dude, I can't believe you just did that. I'm like, why wouldn't I? It's ASAP Rocky, yo.
Yeah, we gonna talk about some things offline, man, right after this, man. And so don't go nowhere. But you've been absolutely incredible, man. But before we go, right? Let my motivators, smarts, final bosses, and my warriors know who are part of the Final Boss family, Final Boss Nation, in this community that we're in together. Let them know how they can connect with you and Scalez and Tailz.
Oh, man, I truly appreciate that, man. Yeah. So basically on every single platform, I am Reptile Dude DMV. REPTILE DUDE DMV. That's on every platform: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, everything is Reptile Dude DMV. And when you go to the YouTube page, it'll say Scalez and Tailz as the main title of the page, but it'll say at Reptile Dude DMV. I do have some other channels coming. I have some things in the works that I won't speak on. But yeah, Reptile Dude DMV, scalesandtails.com if you want to support. I have a slogan on there: every hoodie fuels the dream. And basically every bit of support that I get just goes into getting more enclosures, better technology, or a bigger facility, just to grow the vision and make it an even better experience for you wonderful people. And I do thank you. Again, I just can't even express how I feel right now. This is really cool. This was a really dope opportunity, and I appreciate it.
You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. And look, man, for anybody that's listening outside of the DMV, are they still able to work with you?
Yes, but if you listen to the conversation earlier, I do not say yes to everybody. Okay. I do not want your money. Perfect. When my phone rings, I want to be like, "Oh, right, giggity, giggity! I'm about to go have some fun." No, I'm dead serious, dude. I don't want to look at the phone and be like, "Nah, I ain't going to do that."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm all about having fun because this is something that I do as a passion. Right. And I'm not motivated by money, although I need money. I'm not motivated by it to where I'm just going to say yes to everybody. So if you are a client that wants to create something that's actually like I'm not going to say a masterpiece, but like a one-off or something special, yeah, I'm down. Okay. You know what I mean? And my prices are fair. I have a per gallon rate and I have an hourly rate. There's obviously a travel rate, a concierge rate. I mean, sometimes I have people, they don't even want to order the fish. I have to do everything. So there's like a concierge fee. And definitely, I'm not ripping you off. I'm just paying you for the time it takes me to find the fish, see if they're compatible, piece them together, ship them, pick them up, unbox them, put them in your tank. Okay. You know? And I'm looking for the clients that pay up front, if you know what I mean. Because there's a difference. I don't mind accepting the payments after I'm done. But the clients that pay up front, those are just way better situations. You end up going to family cookouts. You end up being invited to July 4th. You end up just being on Amazon one day and be like, "Oh, snap, this guy would like this." You buy the whole family Christmas gifts.
Or you building relationships that last for over 20 years.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, again, that's just what I learned. And that's how I operate. And again, I do appreciate this because, dude, I'm just like a little jabroni. And I still can't believe I've accomplished some of the stuff we can talk about.
Oh, dude, I know, man. I know.
Like, dude, I can't believe it.
Yeah, man. We've created. We did a lot of masterful creations, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. You know, it's funny, full circle, because there's one. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier or I mentioned it while we were doing live, but I will say this one thing. I'm sorry to keep you over time. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
But I said I regretted the drums. There's one more regret that I had.
Okay.
How close you were to Disney.
Oh, dude.
That's another one. It's just like, dog, it was so close, dude. So close, brother. So close. But that's why I was laughing when you said that National Geographic or somebody's going to hit. Because I was like, dang, what if DreamWorks or Disney does just because? I was like, that'd be crazy, dog.
Look, we can always read you those files.
Oh, man. That's good stuff.
Oh, man. Right. Good stuff. Look, any final words, man, before you go?
Yeah. Stop playing the game for points and just play the game.
Ooh.
Hard work. Listen, we're in a new day and age. Hard work doesn't pay off. Impact does.
Bro, bars, bro. And you get a positive flag for that.
Hey, finally got a good flag. That's what I'm talking about. Redemption.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah. Well, everybody, listen, ladies and gentlemen, Chris.
Thank you, brother.
Of Scalez, the Bro Chacho, also known as What Up Player. Listen,
oh man, good stuff.
Hey, look, look, go find him. He's Reptile Dude DMV of Scalez.
If you want to see the funny shorts, not to cut him off, I'm so sorry, brother. If you want to see the shorts, they're on my Instagram, they're on the TikTok, and they're on the YouTube. I really believe you guys will laugh. You guys work hard. All of you guys. I know his audience is a different type of audience than I'm used to being around. I'm fully aware of it. But this is the content, not childish content. It's content that while you're sitting at work, you can sit back and get a chuckle from the stress. Then you put a smile on your face from the people beating down your office door.
Or geek out. Either one. Yeah. Man, look, thank you for you've been a blessing to us, man. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your wisdom and your energy. You know, this is a long time coming. We're going to build some more, man. We're going to mind meld and create some new masterful creations. And I see it, man. I have the vision. We're going to connect and make that happen. And look, FinalBoss family, FinalBoss Nation. This is episode number 135 with special guest Chris of Scalez and Tailz. And this has been Special Guest Thursdays. If you learned something today, if you were inspired, if this conversation resonated with you, do me a favor. Go like, share, subscribe. As always, like, share, subscribe to the podcast, to anywhere you find us. Leave us a review. Share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. We're building something special here, and you're part of it. You're part of the community. You're part of the family. And until next time, stay focused, stay hungry, stay creative, and keep being the final boss of your story. Peace, love, and family. And look, let all that, if it resonated, marinate in your spine. And remember this. There's a heavy pain that comes with discipline, but the pain of regret is even heavier. Be balanced, be equal, and be smart. You got something to say?
No, that was profound what you just said.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate you. And each and every last one of you around the world, no matter where you're tuning in from, thank you for joining us. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. That is our show for tonight, episode number 135 of Special Guest Thursday of the Final Boss Podcast. I am the Final Boss. We are here. I am here, and we wishing you a good night. Thank you for joining us. Chris, you don't go nowhere.
Welcome to the Final Boss Podcast, where microphones and mushroom clouds collide in the most mind-blowing chats. We're talking explosive topics, fiery debates, and the hottest guests. Imagine a creative space background, spacey vibes, and out-of-this-world conversations. It's like chilling with your best buddies, but with way cooler sound effects. Every episode, we take on the universe's biggest questions. You know, the stuff that keeps you up at night. And we do it with a bang. Want to know what happens when you mix gaming, movies, and pop culture? Boom! You get the Final Boss Podcast. So plug in those earbuds and get ready for a wild ride. Whether you're commuting, chilling, or just need a break, we've got your back. Hit that follow button and join us on this cosmic journey. Trust me, you don't want to miss these explosive chats. Catch the Final Boss Podcast now, where every episode is a blast. Stay tuned and stay awesome. Final Boss Podcast, bringing the boom to you.